Oh, just had a big rain and the sun decided to come out again. So it looks like a steep trail might be the best move today. Another weekday ride, pretty casual, but I am riding a bike with the new Sram Code Ultimate stealth brakes, and I've been pleasantly surprised with these things. Once again, I'm not going to talk about the bike I'm on. You'll have to subscribe to FreeHub, their YouTube channel, to watch the bike review. But yeah, these new SRAM stealth brakes, kind of cool. Like sit into the bar nice and tucked in, and then this bike integrates it really clean with the bar, for better for worse. Sun's poking out, starting to dry things, but still nice and wet because we got a thorough rain. Yeah, the last generation codes came on so many bikes. Code Rs, Code RS, Code RSC, and I just really had a hard time getting along with them, especially when I tried out a few other options on the market. I like Shimano brakes. I feel like they have a pretty crisp bite point, like the Dominions. But anyway, yeah, actually the first time that I discovered that I thought the last generation SRAM codes were kind of lackluster was oh, greasy right here. Oh, not bad though. This bike's hooking up. Got a nice ass guy in the front today. I remember I was trying out a new bike and it came with the codes, and I went to do a manual, and then I just remember feeling like I can't have 100% control over this brake. And that's when I started to realize oh, these are actually kind of holding me back, and they'd heat up. Yeah, using the brakes right now, I tell you. Nice and bumpy and steep. And they'd heat up just a ridiculous amount. And when those last generation brakes would heat up, they would get really gummy feeling and just lose all feel, essentially. So on some of the bigger descents in town, you were just whoa. I have to pull my brakes super hard, yet I don't feel what's going on down there. And they're smoking and smelly. Yeah. So I wasn't that big of a fan. It seems like these thicker HS2 rotors came out. That makes quite the difference. And then the Code Stealth. And I want to say the first pair of Code Stealths that came out, they were not the most precise feeling again, little vague. But then Code Ultimates, this is my second pair, and they have just been feeling really quite good. Very crisp, got just a really nice feeling carbon lever blade. Yeah. And yeah, I like the power delivery. All the bikes that they've come on, they've felt really powerful. And both bikes have been paired with the new HS2 rotors, so that obviously helps. But my ultimate gripe about the old ones was just the precision, knowing exactly when you're on the brakes and off the brakes. And these things really seem to be delivering in that department. They're not as clean as a Hayes Dominion, but pretty good feeling bite point. And these lever blades feel killer. I do always feel like I have to position their brakes in pretty far, but yeah, so far pleasantly surprised. And it's gotten to the point where I would actually recommend these brakes to someone else. I think these feel really good. It's cool to know that like this mainstream brand, SRAM, obviously it's just coming on so many bikes, has a product out now that's like feeling like it gives riders the precision. Because if anybody should be doing this kind of stuff, you'd think it's the brands with the bigger budgets and R&D departments. They're obviously doing well on the suspension front, putting a lot of efforts into their drivetrains and stuff. Definitely a good trail for testing the brakes, and they're feeling pretty good. Maybe a hair more fatiguing than like my XTRs, but I'd be splitting hairs. It's not too noticeable. That's a big deal. The more powerful your brakes, it seems like the longer your grip strength can last. And if that's a big problem for you, like it is for me, brakes are like a really good place to make sure you're happy with. I definitely have quite a few buddies that love their SRAM codes. Usually lighter weight people, I think I've noticed, but they're probably going to be super stoked on these. I guess that's another part of this discussion is I'm over 200 pounds, so I feel like I require, quite a bit more out of my brakes than like a more slender, lightweight rider. And unfortunately, I feel like my grip strength doesn't necessarily compensate for my weight. Yeah. So I've definitely had issues with fatigue in the past. I like to run thick grips and compliant bars and keep the arms feeling good. After coming back from my broken elbow, I just kind of prioritize that comfort even more. But thankfully, elbow's feeling really good. That's all I got for you guys today. Peace out.